Welcome, fire signs, to your April reading. I'm Felicity from Enchanted by Soul. This is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. This can be for your sun, moon, rising. This is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you would like to work with me, you can book a personal reading with me. I have a couple on offer in the link in my bio on Instagram, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description box below. The link is there. I also have a business energetic session as well. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur and wanting to get into the energetics of your business, I also offer one-to-one mentorship for intuitive and psychic development. If you're interested in that, just send me a DM over on Instagram. And I also have a highlight on my Instagram page in regards to my mentorship program. Okay, let's get stuck into it, guys, for the month of April. First of all, happy birthday to all the Aries out there. I love me an Aries. I have a couple of Aries in my life. One of my besties, she's an Aries, and I just love her energy. I just love Aries energy. So happy birthday. Okay, let's get stuck into this for you guys. There is a sacred journey and a sacred path that you are being called down, okay? It's interesting to see where this reading goes, but there is a sacred journey and a sacred path that you are being called down. This feels like in the form of some sort of service, okay? Some sort of service to the collective. This can look like many different things, okay? Remembering too, it doesn't mean you have to do what I do, okay? Or go into being a healer or like in the traditional sense with some sort of healing modality. Absolutely, it can be all of that, but it can be so many other things too, okay? But there is some, okay, thank you. It's coming through as well of showing up in your community. So involving yourself in some sort of group. This could be, I'm getting like for some of you, it's like a women's circle, but like a community group that is like like-minded people. And this could be something that maybe you end up hosting or co-hosting or being a part of, or even just going to. So if you've been thinking about this, it would be really good for you to go on listening to those intuitive hits too. When we're being called down a path, especially one of service, it's really, we don't get the big picture, right? They don't get like, here's your map, that's what you're doing, and this is how you're gonna do it. Like, it doesn't work that way anyway in life, right? So what you need to do is you need to listen to those intuitive hits. You need to listen to where you're being called, listen to those messages you're receiving. That's going to be really important. Also, what I am hearing for some of you is to remember that you are on a sacred journey. Life is a sacred journey, and we go through life cycles, and sometimes we can feel like we've lived multiple lifetimes in a short period of time. Like, I'm 36 and I swear to God, I feel like I've lived 3. But this is remembering, like I said, that life is a sacred journey, and we go through the ebbs and flows, and sometimes we go through really great periods, other times we go through really hard periods, sometimes we go through periods it's just peaceful but there's not really a lot going on, okay? And it's about moving through each part of the journey, moving through each cycle, and knowing that we're on a constant transformation, right? It is on a constant transformation of growth and evolution, and our life is constantly transforming, especially when we choose, well, it's always transforming, but when you're really conscious about the decisions that you make and the choices that you make, and which, you know, we can get presented quite a few times in our life with like a crossroads, like, do I go, like, you know what, you can go here or you can go there, like the choice is yours. And so whichever, like when you make those conscious decisions, you're kind of really helping your journey in many ways, okay? And I know that, look, those who are watching this, do this, right? Those who are watching this, do this. And those who don't, that's okay. There's no like better or worse, okay? There's no pedestal here. So things are transforming in your life, okay? And you're on this constant transformation. But have fun in the process. Please have fun in the process, okay? We're human, have fun. Do human things that just bring you joy, okay? That have nothing to do with spirituality. But there's also a message coming through of how, like, getting out of your head, accessing your inner power and getting out of your head. So especially if you have been thinking, or you've been getting the call to go towards some sort of service and you're like, I can't do that. Who am I to do that? Or you're already in service, but you're being like guided to shift into something else or take it in a different direction. Or like, who am I to do that? I can't do that. Again, all this like imposter syndrome coming through. But getting out of your head is going to be really freaking important. Remembering too that the human mind and our human thoughts aren't actually ours, okay? They're not. So this is why it's so important to have that connection to self, the connection to our soul, so that we can really listen to the true voice, right? The true voice of us. I'm not talking about spirit, I'm talking about us, our soul, our essence, that inner wisdom, that inner guide that we all have. That is a part of our being, it's not separate. And so learning on how to be still, learning on how to access that, learning how to get into the heart space and doing that is going to be really beneficial for you through life, no matter what journey you take, no matter what path that you take, the choices and decisions that you make. You are being guided though, okay? Don't think you're not. You could feel like that you've got your blinders on, right? Like, I can't see anything ahead of me. This is actually when it's important to go within, right? It's like giving me that Two of Swords energy. When she's got the blindfold on, she's got the swords like this, meaning that she's struggling to make a decision, right? She's got that mental conflict going on, and it's because she's too in the head. We need to make sure we come into the heart, especially when we make logical decisions. Make sure they're connected to the heart too. Bring the emotion into it as well. The mind plays its part. Our logical mind plays its part. It's important and there's nothing wrong with it, but we need to also bring emotion with it too, okay? But you are being guided. So even if you feel like the blindfold's there, you're being guided. Being, yes, guided by your spirit team, by the universe, but also by your soul. And that's the voice you really got to listen to, right? Your soul, your intuition, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Let's get into a card. Card do you want to grab? I'm going to grab this one. Okay. Do fire signs need to know for the month of April? Fire signs. I just spoke about transformation, guys. We have amethyst, right? We've got transformation, certainty, and confidence. 41 comes to a 5, okay? Change, major change. Things moving, things shifting. Know that transformation is happening. Know that you're transforming within, and that's going to create the transformation like in your external reality. Also having the confidence and the certainty, that's that inner power I was talking about, accessing that inner power, that confidence and certainty in your path and that you're on the right path. And if you don't know that you're on the right path, that's okay. Tune in, like I said, and then just trust each little step that you're guided to take. That's going to be really important. At some point, you will see more of the bigger picture and you'll be like, I'm on the right path. I know I am, even when the fears come in. The amethyst here as well is a great crystal to work with when you're going through some healing. This is for someone, and I'm feeling for a few of you, something in the comments if this resonates with you, but you're feeling heat in your ear, okay? This is your clairaudient starting, which is the ability to hear, is starting to like activate and open. For some of you, you might feel like it's being closed off, and it's like wanting to it's wanting, exactly, thank you, it's wanting you to clear out the mind so you can hear, okay? Clearing out the mind, in other words, clearing the clutter in the head so you can hear. There's something with that too. Okay. All right, so the amethyst crystal, though, could be a really good crystal for you guys to use. If you vibe with crystals, you don't have to, right? But if you vibe with them, it's a great one to have. I've got a couple of them. All right. Actually, I have a lot of crystals, but I mean, I have a couple of amethyst crystals is what I mean. Actually, I'm going to go straight into this one here. Okay, fire signs for the month of April. You are what you think. You are what you think. I mean, this is really true. When we have like a thought, right? I could one day wake up and be like, and this happens. I'm like, oh God, I suck today. Oh my God, like I just am so this and so that, and your negative self-talk. You might have a couple of days like that, or a day here and there like that. And it's not going to mean that you all of a sudden like become that, right? Or that's what's, you know, you're giving out to the world. However, when that is a constant thing, okay, a constant thing, whether it's really, really positive or really, really negative, it gets embedded into our subconscious. And that's where we make decisions from, not our conscious mind. We make decisions from our unconscious mind, our subconscious. So when the two are in alignment, oof, amazing, right? When our conscious mind is like, I got this, I can do this, even if the fear comes in, human mind, it's normal. But our subconscious is in full belief of that too. Whew. This is what happens, like this like explosion of amazingness, right? This isn't about toxic positivity. I won't go into that. You guys have heard me talk about that so many times, but I am not into toxic positivity. We're allowed to feel all sorts of different emotions. But when we get stuck in a pattern for a really long period of time of thinking we're not good enough, of thinking that we're not worthy, of thinking that, you know, we're only this and we can't be that, then that's what we attract to us, right? We attract things to us that remind us that we're not worthy, okay? Or that we're not good enough. When really these things that we're attracting to us and like they're mirroring to us what we're putting out. And what happens here is that don't look at it as such a bad thing. Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as something being reflected to you, being like, hey, this is coming at you because you keep thinking this, you keep feeling this. This is what's actually in your subconscious. So what do you need to shift here so this no longer comes in, so you're no longer in alignment with it? Again, I want to be really careful when I talk about this because I am not talking about toxic positivity. I'm not talking about that you have, you know, and I'm definitely not talking about situations that are so out of your control that, you know, that happen to people that are really bad. We're going to shelve that. That's not what I'm talking about at all. Okay. Any form of abuse, etc. It's not what I'm talking about. You did not attract that into your life. It's not what I'm talking about. Okay. Not what I'm talking about. But I think you guys know what I mean. Okay. So you are what you think. So ask yourself, how am I talking to myself? What am I saying? What is the voice in my head saying to me? Okay. What is my mean girl or mean boy saying to me? All right. Let's get one more here. Focus on the big picture. I literally just spoke about that. Okay. Focusing on the big picture. You are more. You are more. You're so much more than what you realize. Own that inner power. Own that. You guys are fire signs. Fucking own that. It's like that fucking, you know what it feels like? It feels like the flame's dimmed a bit. This could be that someone's dimmed your flame. It could just be that you're going through a difficult period in your life and it just feels dimmed. Like relight that shit, okay? And if you are kind of wondering how that's going to happen, just know, again, we talk about life cycles. Things are shifting, things are moving, and it is going to relight. It is going to spark again. Okay, and again, here we have the abundance here, right? So representing your beautiful human self, but energetic self, and then kind of like what you're creating, okay? So shifting the way that we're thinking, looking at the bigger picture, shifting our focus to other things. If we keep focusing on something that's not working, or things from the past that we regret, things from the past that we just wish we could change, things that we wish happened, things that like, it's like, oh, like I'm here, and I wish this, and I wish this, and I wish that. If we focus our energy on that, it doesn't allow the energy of over here, right? Because our focus isn't there. So shift your energy to the new. Shift your energy within, by the way, to really listen to your inner guidance, to really listen to your soul, to access that inner power. And remember that this journey you are on is sacred. And if you're wanting to go into a space of service somehow, okay, access the inner power and get out of your head, okay, and listen to your intuition. It's going to pull you in the right direction. It's going to call you in the right direction. You'll see it soon, guys, okay? You'll see it soon here. With the lighthouse, you'll see it soon. You'll see the victory, the clarity, the understanding. Just focusing on the bigger picture right now and remembering that where you are right now in this time in your life is a time in your life, and it's not forever, okay? Things continuously shift and move, even if it feels like some things take a really long time, they do move, okay? So being really mindful on how you guys talk to yourself this month, but access that inner power, get out of your head, connect to your soul. That is the biggest message coming through here. I send you guys so much love. Those wanting to get into service, the world needs your magic, okay? Your gifts, your own unique gifts, so show up and bring that to the world. Bye guys.